There's some good water. Alright, let's get to work. So, welcome to my game. The idea of this game Hello, hey everyone, welcome to today's stream. Today's not gonna be anything too active or anything. We're just gonna chill here today. I got some lo-fi girl in the background. There's some relaxing music while we do a little bit of coding for the game that I'm working on. Now there are a bunch of code already here, but let's I want to show you guys the game working first. So let's like remove all this unusable code for now. So right over there, I think should work. There you go, beautiful. Now we go over here. Yes, I am using Unity for my game. Why Unity? No, I used to use what's that game called? Game Maker Studios. It's pretty good, but like it doesn't have object-oriented programming, and I thought like having like this object-oriented paradigm it really helps. So kind of moved over to Unity because I mostly do 2D games. I'm not brave enough to do like 3D games yet. So this is what I have right now. Like this is the scenes main menu. There you go. Let's get it full screen as well, shall we? Maximize on play. Alright, so this is what we have right now. I just realized it's not like actually outside, but yeah, this project's called Brightest Dungeon because it is inspired by the Darkest Dungeon game. And the idea and currently the asset I have right now is based on the is you basically using rip from Darkest Dungeon basically, but the idea is I wanted to do a little bit more like a little bit more character relationship focused compared to the Darkest Dungeon had that kind of like gothic kind of what do you call theme to it. I'm going for something more generic fantasy in a world that I created with custom races and everything. So we're gonna go that route, and unlike Darkest Dungeon, which is a bit more dark and eerie, gonna make it a bit more hopeful. That's Brightest Dungeon. So now we have here. Let's start with the combat first, shall we? So combat. There you go. So you'll have your party members, and then the enemy could appear around you. You can fight. Let's go with the default battle scenario for now. So on your turn, you'll have kind of like all your characters moving at the same time, and then the NPCs will move basically. And then on your turn, you can use all the abilities down here that is available to you. Right now, the characters are like really low levels. They don't have much skills yet, but that's basically it. So on your turn, you have 2 action points here, and you can like you don't have to finish. Like this guy can move here, and then maybe this guy can move back, for example, and then this guy move forward because he's the healer, and then this one move back a little bit over here. That was fine, and then maybe this one wants to attack. Use the powerful blow, knocks back the enemy. And then this one uses, and you can attack allies in this one. That's kind of like one of the main mechanics as well, being able to attack allies and everything. And this one like sneak attack, backstab, really strong. And then we got magic missile where you can like pew 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 attack multiple times. And the enemy will do their thing, and that's it. So the enemy, one of them casted kind of like this charm thing. The dog kind of rushes over to the other side to attack our character, and all the other stuff. So now this one starts with less AP, so you do less action basically in your turn. That's pretty cool. We got the whole mechanic here, and then we also have the kind of like what do you call that? I call this the morale bar. Like I said, I wanted the game to be focused more on camaraderie, party relationship, and all that. So one way to do kind of like the how the party is doing during the combat itself is the morale bar. So they can use it's kind of like a group mana bar basically, where it will increase if the party can like do things that will support each other, damage the enemy, make them feel happy. It will go down every time they use an ability, or we call it desperate action, where it's a really strong, powerful action, but it will kind of like hurt the party a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. It's very simple. I think I got the mechanic down pat. Just need to do like the animations really nice and stuff. But right now it's looking good. If you're wondering what this over here is supposed to be off the screen, it's kind of like a pop-up for the debug that you can, you know, change battle scenarios. So this is a different scenario where the party's surrounded, a different one where it's all just dogs they're fighting, and so on. I don't think I have other scenarios. And then of F1 as all just tutorials basically, so that if I hand this to someone, and I won't have tutorial if I hand it to someone, but you know, it's something that they can go through and read. So yeah. And then one of the other mechanic that I'm really interested in, I want it to build within combat and outside of combat as well. And this one for outside of combat, you want to build up your character. Ooh, I need to check this. But basically, here's your party member, and say you want to customize one of them. Let's say Lupin here. You want to customize him. So there should be an interface over here that you can use to customize your character. Lupin's currently level 5, so he has 5 points that he can use to customize his character. But as you level up, you'll gain more and more points, and you can invest that into character levels like this ones. You can invest that into their race, like make their race stronger and shit, and then also invest in multiple weapons, so they have multiple techniques to be used when they're out on the field. And once you're done, you can save, and then you can see what race and what classes they are in, basically. So that's kind of the general idea of what I have the game right now. What I was doing just now was that, which is now not working properly, is that this one, it gives you proficiency in the weapon. Next that we need to do is to be able to select which weapon the player can use, because each player can only equip one weapon, so a bit limited. But they can have, like for example, one of the classes here, I think the fighter, allows them to equip 2 weapons at once. That way they can have 2. That's why the fighter just now has 2 weapons equipped by default. So yeah, time to get us started, basically. I think right now I should have a little bit more ability to them. Nope, it's even worse. Yeah, I need to figure out the issue with the weapons and everything, because I think I fucked up the skills and everything. So let's get to it. Also need to do screen scaling. I just realized that was horrendous. Jeez. Right, customization screen. Let's go. Got the main canvas here. It says constant pixel size, scale with screen size, match the height, possibly. That way, if it's full screen, there you go, and then there you go. It looks much better. This should be all the way to the end. I need to make note of these, but first I need to do this. You need to be outside of the screen, my man. So debug canvas. This guy. I think vector left times screen dot width. That way, that thing shall be outside of the screen when I'm not using it. No, that is also wrong. Let's see here. Guide pause. Oh, I need to. Where is it? There, 400 here. Change it with the screen width there, and that should work. There you go. Hold tab and voila. You can see the rest of the things. Oh, that's great. Oh, fuck me. I've been feeling so sleepy after work these past few days. I just can't. And I still have to do some D&D prep later. Well, for this week's session. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on stream, to be honest. Well, I am interested in doing it on stream, but I know spoilers, you know. But that was fine. It's get to do some coding. Haven't done this for like a week because I usually am very full when it comes to my weekends. Alright, so what we need to do is the customization screen for this one over here. Okay. So the problem just now was that over here was supposed to be a list for the weapons that the player can equip. Currently I do it drop down, which is dumb, but it's a placeholder for now. I want to get a demo out as soon as possible. So let's not even demo, it's kind of like a pre-alpha kind of thing, you know. It's really basic, just want to get the game mechanic and out and see like if in an infinite play will the game be fun. Got some friends who are interested in these kind of games. I'm gonna hand it to them, let them learn, let them play and see what they feel. Alright, so right now I want to figure out how the hell do I do this drop down. Okay, so right now I'm instant. So at the beginning, this is kind of like the level tech, update level tech. I should do this actually. There you go. Update the interface of the level customization. The CI is character information to be displayed. There you go. So first it will update the profile, which is over here. It will update the name, the icon, the description, and then here's the character sprite over here. Next, I want to show a number of drop downs equal to the number of weapons that this character could equip. So over here we need to calculate how many weapons can this guy equip. So each skill that has the multi-weapon tag means they can equip one additional weapon. I should change this here. Can equip one additional weapon maybe. That way we can make a character that is like fully dependent on weapon rather than using skills and shit. Bit of water there. Alright. Next. After you calculate the number of weapons, so 0 means like one weapon and 1 and 2 means additional weapons. So for each weapon, and then I want to destroy any other old drop downs that was already in there, like because when you re-update level, I want to re-destroy all the drop down and then create new ones, which is created from here. From down here is created. So right now we need to figure out what is the content of the array, which is fair enough. It is basically from the sword to until the level homeborn over there, and then add it into the list every time you have it. And then this will kind of like give us a counter on how many weapons are in there, so that we know. And over here we create and a drop down, and then we need to get what weapon is the first one to equip. Now here's the main issue here. I need to figure out how to do it. Okay. So first thing that I need to do would be I need to set up weapons maybe. Got the list. I need to basically add all fake, add all unselected weapons, and then add all and then mark the selected weapons. add all weapon that CI is proficient with. So the levels that they invested in that character. And then I need to kind of set a check mark for the weapon that they selected. And that's difficult. So I guess we can do like an int 2 mark here, because the drop down does not accept any like index. I think it only accepts int. I can't use enums or anything like that. So I guess we have to like a 2 mark section here. So we need to add all the weapons that they are proficient with. So for so we have a drop down with an int array basically. And we have over here the weapon that is selected. So for, I'm not sure if that should be a dictionary, to be honest. Let's try. So for level I in dict drop down dot values. Okay, so I already have I here, so I can't use I again, so let's use J instead. What you read, my man? For each, my apologies, for each. So for each J, so if J is equal to selected weapon, we need to mark that shit. So return, so to mark equals to, see, now I'm starting to remember the issue here. Oh, I got a message, 1 second. Nope, that's the one. It's just my dad posting a picture of a cat trying to get into my house. It's adorable. Alright, let's get back to it, guys. Oh, no, there you go. Okay. So programming my own game today. First of all, okay, I don't think this 2 mark might be working so well, because when you mark something, it needs to be, I need to be able to get back what's the value, and that's why I have that dictionary array over there. So what I should actually do is figure out the selected weapon is in which index, basically. So I need to go through the drop down array over there. So this is kinda correct. So instead of level, it'll be key value pair int with level, and we get all this. First we need to, before here, to figure out what is the index of the selected weapon. So over here, paste it here. Oh shit. Alright. Looks like I'm looping twice, which is usually not fun, but I will emerge it later. So first of all, we need to check. So if j.key is equal to selected weapon, then we need to have kind of like a selected index, basically. Int selected index equals to -1. Selected index equals to j dot key. There should be j dot value here. There you go. Alright, wonderful. So with this, we can figure out what's the index of the weapon that we want to select. So now, no matter what the index is, we want to add it into our drop down. So drop down dot add options. We just add the whole thing. I wonder if I can do if I can do dict drop down dot values. No, they cannot, because option data. Oh, my battery is running out. Let me change the battery to my headphone for a bit. Yeah. I'm back. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's see. Drop down. So we want to add it. I guess we can add it one by one. So that'll be j dot. Oh, maybe it's j dot values over there. Problem is, does not contain j dot value. Now the problem this doesn't work is because this one, if I recall correctly, they only accept strings, right? Strings and sprites, what do you call? Add options. Dot add options. There you go. They got either list of sprite, a list of string, or a list of options. So we're gonna have to make a list of strings here instead. So we need to make a new list here. List string. Oh, actually, maybe we can make it up here. Actually, we can make a list string, list string like that. Equals to new list of string right here, and each time they add that into the each time they add it into the dictionary, we also need to add list the list string here. List string dot add. We need to get the level's name. I can do the just j dot string and whatnot, but I have a proper way to get the proper name, because there's also gonna be like capitalization issues and all that. We can get a level name from here. Just input the level, which is j. So now we should get a list of strings with the level's name. So what we do is just we at the end of this loop we just drop down dot add options. We just add a list of string. Wunderbar. Alright, so this way, this is the add all weapon they are proficient with, and then I need to mark the selected weapon. So now the selected weapon we got here, so drop down dot value equals to selected index, and I don't need none of these right here. And yeah, this should be it. So then it will set that as the parent, and then it should appear in the levels properly. So let's see if this shit works. Right? Man, I never thought. Usually I take longer to solve this issue, but talking to myself seems to be really helpful right now. Maybe I should do it often even when I'm not streaming. I know there's no point watching, but still. So now if you click Lupin over here, it should be Dagger he's equipped, because that's the only weapon he can. But if we increase his level a little bit and give him proficiency in hammer and staff and sword, for example, and save changes. See? That's the issue. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sword, staff, and Dagger is the one that he's equipping. You can equip, save changes, and yeah, staff equip. Wonderful. Now we'll give him some more levels and give him a fighter class, which allows him to get 2 weapons at once. So 1, 2, 3, save changes. There you go. That's the error now. So let's check out what's the issue here. I knew it wouldn't work perfectly once. I mean, come on. Fucking. It's fucking. It's this. It never works on the first try. Alright. I see. Now this is the issue here I've had before. Kind of like the one that got me frustrated in the first place. Why the hell is the error over there? I don't understand. It said index out of. Okay, so it is an index out of range. That means it needs to be an array. Okay, and we have to find array from in here. Is it possible as this one? You know what? I can put what do you call kind of like counter basically, just so that we know where the issue is. So let's see. From the top, do we have any arrays here? No array. This is a dictionary. Now, dictionary will have a different error message than an array, so that's not it. Over here, so this might be an array. So I'm gonna go debug.log. We'll do 1 here, and then we'll do what else over here. That's another array, I think. And then I think that's another array, and then here's another array. So 4, 3, 2, and then 1 up there. Now let's see where the error comes up. Let's try again, shall we? Lupin, level him up to level 10. 1, 2, 3. Give him several more weapons and save. Now let's check the error. Okay, so the error comes up after 1, which means here. So let me check it for a moment. 1, 1. Okay, I think I get it. It's because we assume they have, when they can equip 2 weapon, they will have 2 weapon equipped. In this case, it doesn't. So selected weapon might be -1. So if selected weapon is so if ci dot weapon dot count is larger than or equals to I, meaning that we try to fetch a thing that isn't there, we'll just set it to what do you call? We'll just set it to 0 basically over here. Here instead we'll just set the selected index equals to 0. So whatever skills at the very top, we'll equip that one. Or maybe no, we'll deal with that later because we don't have an actual inventory system yet right now. So this guy will be in here, applying selected index to the new one. So let's see now if this one works well. Hello there, Lupin. You only have 1 weapon equipped. Let's give you additional levels. 3 levels fighter and some weapons. Save changes. It equips him staff, and I can equip a hammer here and a dagger here. Save changes. See, now it reverts back to staff for both. Now this is interesting because that's not how it's supposed to work. The reason it reverts back to staff is because the staff, I'm assuming, is the 0, basically the lowest weapon index. Now this is a little bit of a pickle. Why, oh why, didn't you show this? Water, delicious. Anyways, man, making a world is hard work. Wonder how actually God does it. Programming worlds. That'd be a bitch. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, I feel like this one, it shouldn't be equal. So like, because the loop will always go up to equal to the number of weapon, could be 0, but if there is 1 weapon, I mean they can equip 2, Oh fuck, this is confusing as hell, but yeah. That means that if the weapon count is larger than I, so if it's equal, it shouldn't be fine. You know what? Let's do a leap of faith on this and let's see. Lupin, level you up. Level 2. Save changes. See, I thought that's an error. An error is gonna happen. This one is unfortunately expected. And again, it's at the end. I do not know why it does that, but okay. But we know the error, where the error is actually. It is right here. So it's definitely like this. The problem is the selected index is for some reason equal to 0, which is by default, which is not right. You know what? We can do this. Debug log ci.weapon count, and then we'll have a separate section here with the I value. Maybe that'll help. We'll see. Oh, got an error. Semicolons. Some hard coding rules there, but we'll see. There you go. Lupin. Level you up, my man. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Save changes. Okay. So by looks of it, at first, so you see the first time we ran it, it was we had one weapon in our weapon list and then 0. The problem is when the weapon is equal to this one is still false. So when the I is larger than O, so it should be still be here. It should, okay, so wait, the I is 0, so it's less than. I am so confused right now. So if I is larger than or equals to selected ci dot weapon dot count. This is how it should be. I hope I'm right. Alright, let's try again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Then we save changes. There you go. Still equip the dagger. Still equip the staff. If you go back and then open it again, still have the dagger. Still have the staff. That's good. Then we can choose to equip the dagger as well. Save changes. So now he has dagger. I'm so smart. Alright, so that's cool. So we got the dagger, the ham, so that they can change the weapons and shit. But now, let's see if this change is brought over to combat. So this is our rogue here, and we'll look at his skill set. And he does have the dagger and the hammer now. There you go. So you see? Now, my problem is the skills aren't showing up, but that's fine because we are doing a next one, which is okay. So let's stop with the programming talk and let's talk about game design talk right now. So let me open my Google Sheets with all my information and shit, and I'll show you. Alright, so Brightest Dungeon over here. Alright, so for Brightest Dungeon, I kind of have class levels, race levels, and then skills, basically. Now for class, it's pretty obvious what I want to do. It's mostly kind of like combat stuff and everything. And my idea was that for the race, it's more passive buff. Well, you can see here, the warrior does give a passive buff that gives that's the player to get more hit points. I wanted for the race to have more of those, more passives. The problem is I do not have kind of like an idea on how to do this. Yeah. So like if you can see, because the way how my game works, there's not many stats. So like in Dungeons and Dragons, for example, you have the attack stat which governs strength. We have the strength stat which governs attacking, which governs pulling, pushing, and all that. So one stat governs many things. Right now, the game does not have stats. The game has techniques. Techniques are solid numbers that do not change. Now I'm wondering if I should make the number larger. I don't want to complicate my game with stat blocks and shit. I want it to be very elegant, very simple. And right now I'm kind of running out of ideas. One of them is obviously hit point. Another one that I get is armor regeneration, because there's kind of like an overlap. It's kind of like take it from card games, basically, where they usually have armor on top. I want to have that as well. And then I have the movement, which if you guys don't notice, each time we enter combat there is like one additional skill by default on all characters over here, which is move. Everybody has a default move where they can move, face, and then they can choose which direction they are facing after that. So that's kind of like the basic movement, which can be affected by their race as well, I was thinking, at least. Now I don't want to do, what do you call, I don't want to do action points, because that kind of messes with the action economy, where each player is supposed to have two, that this guy have three only. It's gonna be very at least it's gonna not be available at the base level. At higher levels maybe. So my question is like, how, like, what else kind of like passive things can I put there? I'm sure some of them might get some active, like dragon race for example might be able to breathe fire. That's kind of like by the default thing, but I want more passive for the races. And then for, oh, don't get me started on the skills level. For example, the skills level, I want it to be out of combat stuff, so like not directly affecting combat, so being able to equip some weapons, being able to perform certain actions. So you explore the world, you need to bring certain people with certain set skills. It's kind of like our D&D party, you know, you want to make sure the party covers all skills, like everybody can do arcana, everybody can do crafting, and like someone in the party can do crafting, someone in the party can do arcana, and it kind of covers all bases. And I want to do that here as well. But of course, the player won't be able to cover all bases. They're gonna have to guess what kind of things they're gonna encounter. And as they play through the game more, they'll learn more about the things that they might encounter. So yeah, passive. One of the idea that I have is that the player needs to choose which skill they can bring. So maybe by default a player can bring 3 skills at most, and then they have to, when they have more skills, they have to choose which skills. But this might conflict with my other idea, which is cooldowns. So like fighter class for example will have like the weapons won't have any cooldown. That's kind of like a given fact. But like for spells, or like for like fighters healing ability for example, maybe they are limited to 1 time per combat, 3 times per combat, that kind of stuff. So I need to figure out how to do it basically. So I think okay, the next step that we should do is, let's start this my bad. So first let's start displaying all the combat stats onto the thing, shall we? Oh, my bad. For some reason YouTube streaming is not working. I need to check that out. I do not know why that is the case, but we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. For now, yeah, You like my wallpaper? It's from the Skilling Rose campaign. Watch it every Saturday night. Alright. So first thing we need to do is let's delete this. And when the combat starts, it should get all active skills, but I think for some reason it's not working. So let's open up the combat controller. Combat controller, this one over here, and at the start here is where they initialize combatant, and there should be here generate combatant UI, which includes the combat button as well. Actually, no, there should be a generate combat buttons or some shit like that. So let's open the combat UI controller, and there should there's a lot of green squiggles there. There should be a section here where it is tech button, generate tech button. There you go. So it should kind of go through. Right now it is how do they get the list of tech active, so it is given by something. So we need to check these ones over here, which gets techniques. So this is initiative player turn. Both of them are initiative player turn. I don't know why we are generating them twice. Maybe it's in two different locations. 293 and 264. That's pretty far apart. 293. This is generated at the start of the select ability part, and then 29. There you go. That's another one. That one is when basically the player can get to go again. If the player have additional AP, they can just reset up and choose which ability they want to use. Which I guess I wanted to reset up the UI. Okay, now let's see the get techniques. Does it provide all the techniques it should be providing? Let's see. So this one over here, it converts the CI combat techniques into an array. So combat techniques is a function that I created here, if I recall correctly, over here. No? Nope, not here. God damn it. Let's check what the combat technique is. It's CI, so combat is combat info, so it's a bit more specific again. There is so much levels. Alright, there you go. Combat techniques should retrieve all the combat abilities, but right now it might not be giving up the list. So let's debug over here, and we check how long is the list of active skills, quote unquote, that this thing is passing off. So let's see, shall we? Boom. Alright. So blammo 1, which is incorrect because it should be the weapons followed by the fucking abilities. So that is an issue over there. Because right now, if we look at character customization, for example, Angela's a 3rd level cleric, and she should have cure wounds, bless, and regenerate. So that's one of the things here that has an issue. Myself, I'm bleeding pretty badly. Let me to wipe myself. Anyways, let's start coding the part. Where was I? I am completely lost after talking about this bleeding I have here. Red blood cell, do your work. Who? Anyways, we need to make sure why this one is only giving out 1 skills. Okay. So first of all, let's kind of do the same thing basically. So first we need to active skills. First we need to get weapon skills, basically add all the weapon skills. Add weapon skills. This one basically, if any is contained in the weaponry, which is in the combatant info over here there should be a weapon section. There you go, weapon. So basically it should just return skills related to that. Blood. And then we need to add class skills. Now class skills is based on this bleeding is really annoying me. The class skills should be there. It's in between these two basically. So these are class skills, and it's not just class skills, it's class skills that are active. So basically abilities that the user can press and do. All the passive won't be shown there, because why would you? It's just a mess basically. So let's check. So now this is the weapon skill right here. So this is the add weapon skill, and we know this one works. The one that doesn't work is this one. I get the feeling that this might be incorrect. So what we can do is, because right now it looks like it's going for racial abilities by the looks of it, which is not right. So yeah, so let's open AI enum over here where I store all the variables, and by the looks of it over here, for class it should be from 0 till less than the sword. So that's where the problem's coming in. So it should be if I key is larger than equals to level dot sword, which is the lowest one, and then if it is higher. Oh, I get the issue here, because then the weapon skill here won't work. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So if I dot key is less than level dot sword, meaning this is unselected. If it has unselected, we do nothing. Else, if it is in between, I dot key in between is larger than equals to the sword, and I dot key less than, we just do less than because it's easier for the last one, because I might add more weapons, more skills and shit at the end over there. So no, instead of sword over here, it should be the first class is a bard. So and the next one is weapon. So actually the first one over here is barbarian. Sorry, not bard. So barbarian, and is less than the sword. There you go. If it's this one, meaning what we have here is classes. So this is what we should do. Now else, if I dot key is larger than or equals to level dot sword, and I dot key is less than, the first race is a homeborn, and then we do else. So this one is a racial ability. We don't do anything for now. And then for this one, we have the weapon skills here. And voila. So with that, if we go over here and run, we should get all our characters skill up and ready. Press example 2 here. Boom. And oh, okay, I am disappointed. Yeah, damn it. Okay, it's not working. Why is it not working? But we are getting like 2 here, so 2 skills sometimes. So that's kinda good, but not good enough. But that's most probably because of the weapon. So we need to check now the whole what do you call the weapons thing, whether or not this thing works. So for each level, okay, now over here it's gonna going through tech here. So basically, sorry, in the classes, right now it's going through all techniques in tech. So now what is tech? Over here it should get a list of techniques that is based on a certain based on this key value pair over there. So it should basically get a list of technique based on the level. So I want to see what, like how many techniques are in there. So I'm gonna, oh, but that might be weird, but it's okay. We'll debug tech count. So now it should be mostly 5 with some 1s in there. Okay. Bring it to combat. I click you. Now, nothing yet, which is weird because the function should be running already. That means it didn't even go in here, which is weird. Oh, now I'm confused. It's they're acting like there is no levels in classes, which I mean they clearly do. Let me confirm first. Let's stop this thing here. We'll go to scriptable objects. We'll go to combat present presets, and there you go. So there should be level 5 characters with some racist thing. Now it might be the case because we are skipping the class setup. So let's do a class setup first. Save, back, and then let's bring him to combat. Now, do you have rogue abilities? So still don't. It doesn't even run through the class. It's as if that they don't have any class skills, which is odd to say the least. And we know that the weapon skill does work because we are getting weapons, but we're not getting techniques for classes, which is really odd. So let's figure out what's going on here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna debug log like every single thing that exists in here. I just want to see what is the what classes are they iterating through. Okay, so they are iterating through homeborn, cleric, staff. So there is a cleric over there, which does make sense. Homeborn, cleric, staff. Yeah, those are the valid classes for Angela. So why is it not showing? Is it possible that the cleric skills are not being counted right over here? It's possible because now let's check. The cleric is indeed after the barbarian and less than the sword. So that is indeed correct. So now we got a cleric here, and let's try this. So instead, let's do we'll copy this and we paste it on every single section just to see which one does not show up. Boom. Oh, need to bring it to combat. And start, select Angela. So we got cleric twice, staff twice, homeborn twice. So it's all there. It's all there. It certainly did run through. So the problem right now is that just undo all these tags here. So the problem, it does run in. The problem is trying to get the tech list is the issue. So it does have. So we can do key. But when trying to get the tech list for this particular class, that's where the issue comes in. So let me see if that my hypothesis is correct. Okay, let's bring us to combat. Angela. So homeborn, 0 skills. She's correct. Cleric does have 3 skills. Staff does have 1 skill. So those are all indeed correct. So we do get 3 skills. It came in here. Now let's try this again. So now it should only show clerics. It doesn't even show anymore now. Now, I'm confused, to say the least. Now it made me realize something. The cleric may have not came in here, instead coming out down here instead. So barbarian is larger than I key is larger than barbarian and smaller than the sword. I think there is something wrong with the I key here. I'm gonna go to like a number. I just want to see what that shows there. Oh, we got some error. Oh, we pasted it too high up. There you go. I want to see. So cleric is over here, so it should be 0, 1, 2. It should be 2. So now it should be 3 if it be plus 1. It's 21. I think that's the race, which is fair enough. And then it changed into druid, which is correct because after C is D, druid. So it is correct. Why is it not coming? Oh, I'm confused right now. Okay, I get the feeling. Okay, it's coming from the bottom. Poop. Because why not? Poop. Haha. Funny joke. Poop. Alright. Let's try again and see how this goes, shall we? Alright, let's bring us to combat. And let's try again. Okay. So Ruba went down there, which is... So Ruba is the one that went out there, which is the racial ability. Why isn't the cleric going in there? Weapon skill. Let's see if you're a weapon. No, actually, you might be. Oh, for fuck's sake! This should be barbarian. God damn it! I'm so frustrated. Now it should be working fine. That was. You know what? That's a coder's life. You've tried to figure something out and realize the solution is dumb as shit. Ta-da! We got leap poison and abilities for all the people. And with this, you can see the description and everything as well. Oh, we got an index out of range over here. I think that's because some of the techniques does not have any kind of like the script effects to it just yet. So, I'm gonna take a break for a bit, grab some food and shit. I've been coding for about an hour at this point, I think. I like to think so. So we're gonna take a break for a bit, get some walk, and we're gonna come back in a bit. Yeah? Wonderful. So let's pause this, close this shit. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey, alright, I am back. Let us get to it, I guess. So, we are done with the skills. Now we need to have a UI where we can choose the skills that the player want to bring. So, let's get to that. I wonder if I should do the inventory. Problems. I need to do like be able to select characters as well, so might as well. Oh, sure, you know what? No. Let's not do inventory yet. Let's not do skills yet. Let's not do passives yet. I want to do the character callouts and also the desperate act techniques, because that's kind of like one of the main mechanics of the game. So I think we should get to that first. So if you see over here, there are a list of techniques that people can use, and one of them is desperate acts. There's a unique to each character basically, and these should be added to the character as well. So first let's I guess get add what do you call add this to the characters themselves. So project character preset, combatant preset, Angela. Desperate act is Angela's prayer. There you go. Deckard's rage. There you go. Lupin's black lotus. Wonderful. Winona's Nova Sphere. So now that all of them have, now we should add those to the list of skills as well. So they'll be in the combatant info. At the end over here, we are also going to add active.add desperate. Is it there? It should be in there. So maybe CP combatant preset, maybe preset. There you go. Preset dot act desperate act. There you go. Desperate act. So we'll add one more skills in there. The problem is it is an active, so as active then. As tech active. Yeah, is that good? What is the issue here? Oh, I guess let's do this then. Does that work? Nope, cannot convert desperate. Okay, because it's a tech desperate act. And tech desperate act is not a tech active. Right. I just remembered that they are separate things, even though they can be clicked. Okay. I know. We can do this. This is not too difficult just yet. Instead of this, we kind of make a separate section for it, since it is a so-called alt after all. So let's go back to the combat scene for a moment. So now over here, let's try to figure out where we can put this kind of like skill. Oh nope! I need to get the prefab combat. Nope. Prefab controller debug canvas. No, not debug canvas. Game controller. There you go. There you go. So you got a bunch of these combatants. That's fine. So we need to figure out where can we put this. I wanted to make it more prominent, but at the same time I want to save real estate to be able to kind of show information, detailed information about the characters. Now what I'm thinking, since it's up there, might as well put it kind of like on the top left here, Kind of have the bar over there, so might as well show it over there. It'll change depending on the character that you use. So canvas in the decoration here. No, not decoration. It'll be in the morale. There you go. We'll add one more, which is tech button. Where is it? It's in the prefab. Combatant. Not combatant at all. It is the tech button that can be clicked. Oh no. Party setup? No, that can't be it. Oh no, we got it here. There's a temporary section here with this button technique specifically. You can paste it here. Right there. You can bring it right there. And then this whole thing. This morale here needs to envelop this whole thing. So let's get to it, I guess. Yeah, and the text here, let's bring it in a bit more tightly, please. Bring it tight, and then we'll take all this, yeah, and place it right in the morale again. That way the morale can be dragged and put to the center of the screen. Beautiful. We go here, we would have a button right there that the player can just click and use. Ooh, maybe, you know what, instead the button would only no, because you can use it at any time. It doesn't have to be 100 morale. So I guess not. So that will be a part of the what do you call, this will be a part of the I need to set this up first. So I need to go to the combat UI controller. We have the element, we got the button to enter, we got the ability display name, blah blah blah. Here I got morale. Is there a morale section anywhere? There you go, morale. So we can go let's view button UI tech UI combat tech button desperate act. So each time they update generate tech button, we need to also button desperate act dot technique dot tech equals to. See, I'm only getting the tech list from it, which is annoying. I need to get the character that's being selected right now. I don't think I'll be able to get. Maybe combat controller. Selected. Nope, not combatant. Nope, no, nothing. Combatant ID. Is this it? I don't know. This is a list of combatant. Get current combatant, maybe. Get current. Yeah, there you go. Get combatant current. And then .ci. Yeah, combatant current is the combatant, right? Nope, it isn't. Fuck. I have to go to combat controller dot instance dot combatant ID to fetch it, and then I can get the CI. Get okay, so from here I need to get the desperate act. So from the combatant info we got combat techniques, then we can need to get desperate acts. Public tech desperate act get preset dot desperate act return that shit. So that way from over here I can get the desperate act from here. I think it should be CI. Because so over here I need to get desperate act from here. So public tech desperate act get Return desperate act. Nope, it has to be a loop. It needs to be ci dot desperate act. There you go. Oh my god. Alright, now that we have the desperate act, we need to assign it back from over here. Dot desperate act. Can we do that? We can. So that might just be it. So maybe go here. Nothing. And we select. It's not doing anything. Outside the bounds of the array? What do you mean? On pointer enter. ta.tech. Oh, because there's no tech parts yet, these fuckers. Alright, yeah, sure. But at least let's give them icons so that we'll know that it's useful. Alright, so let's get some sprites. I got some test sprites here from Foundry's list of skills, so we can use that basically. So now for Desperate Acts, what do we got? Techniques, Desperate Acts, we got Prayer, so let's figure out what skills you'd be, shall we? Images, let me just hide this so you can see this. Wahaha. We got images, no, not images, we got systems, D&D 5e, icons, skills. Alright, we need to pick up a skill that depicts prayer. I'm sure some golden light thingy is available in here somewhere. There you go. That looks like a prayer to you. That's a prayer. Rage is easily red blood gar. Heartbeat. Sure. Next is Black Lotus. Now this is a poison. I don't think we have black. We have this skull. That looks cool. Let's go with that. And then finally we got Novosphere. Novosphere is just a huge ass fireball. So let's take... yeah, this one looks cool. No. That one looks deadly. Just a huge explosion. Yeah, that one. So this one is D.A. Winona. This one is D.A. Angela. This one is D.A. Deckard. And this one is D.A. Lupin. So we'll take the prayer, put it there. We'll take Deckard, we'll put it there. We'll take Lupin, we'll put Lupin's poison there. And then we'll put Winona, we put Winona there. So now we select all this, we hide it over here, and we play. And we select the character, it should show. It's not showing. It's not showing. Maybe I should add a technique to them as well. Huh? What do you say? Well, they are desperate acts. There should still be technique, but I don't have a... I shouldn't have a list of techniques, do they? Right. So, you know what? Maybe Desperate Act isn't... It should be under... Yeah, it should be under the... What do you call Desperate? Under... Okay, so the Desperate Act, instead of it being a separate skill entirely, it should be... It technically should be under Tech Active, because it's always active. Yeah, alright. So, Tech Desperate Act, instead of... you are inheriting Tech Active. So now Tech Active, go to definition. Yeah, public, blah, blah, blah. Alright, that's all good. Okay, so when you go here, now you have a list of parts as well. Now you should be good. Kinda. I think. Not quite. Well, you know. Come on. Get combatant current is null. The fuck are you talking about? Object reference not set to a reference of a character. Is it a button desperate act? For fuck's sake, Daniel. I mean disembodied voice. I mean whatever. There you go. Button technique. I should change it to desperate act button. Desperate act. Never mind. We'll leave it at button technique then. Voila! It turned blank. It turned blank. And I can't change my fuck me. What's the issue now? It's still object reference not set to an instance of an object is combatant ID equals null. Is that what you're trying to say? You know what? I can do this. This will tell me where is the error. So copy, paste. Take the longer version and finally the longest version. And we'll see who's the real culprit here. Alright. No, the null reference is still on the fucking... It's still there. It's still the fucking... What is going on? Canvas. It has the button technique right there. Oh, it's that's the intern button. Oh my god, this is the desperate act button. Morale desperate act there, and the button for intern is that, and intern should be that. There you go. So she changes the icon based on what character is selecting, but when you deselect, it doesn't erase. So when you destroy tech buttons, you need to hide the image on that button as well. So button desperate act dot enable equals to false. Yeah, let's go with that. Now it's set active, so game object, there you go, dot set active equals to false. But when we are setting up the button, we'll set it as true, like that. Set up desperate act. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. So by default, the button technique should be disabled. Alright, so now that we removed that one, there's one more thing I need to do, I want to do, the buttons right here. Because when we select a button, we use it, it's still there. Look at it. Because the button only disappears on hide. So a UI combat tech button, when you come in, it will show, but at the same time on destroy same thing. Because the buttons are being destroyed there. So here, bam, destroy, boom. See, I'll do this. There you go, buff, and then it'll reappear again. Bam, bam, as usual. I choose move, and it disappears. There you go. That's it, like that. And the monster comes in and beats me up. Fuck me. Yep. Alright. So yeah, that is it basically for now. Sneak attack to the dog. Sneak attack on the dog again. And then let's blow you away. Wonderful. You shall be magic wand. And you, let's magic wand. Oh. He did. One more. There you go. You, let's make some space with my staff. Beautiful. And then I will heal you. Heal ally. And there you go. Enemy comes in, cast confusion again. Fuck me. Alright. So you need to buzz off. So let's push you back. You. Let's move here, facing there. And then, oh, I'm out of action. Shit. You. Bolt. You. Staff. Knock. And then, I can't heal myself. That's the thing. Manpower. Get stronger. And you, firebolt. I can't attack. You, yeah, fuck you. Oh, just people pushing people around. People are dying back here. I'll heal you. And then I'll knock you back. There you go. You. Wand. 1, 2, 3. Ha. 1, 2, 3. You. You. Sleep over these fuckers. And that's all you can do. And you. Let's, I don't think I have this ability yet. So, that's, I can only attack that. Teleport away. Cowards. My turn. 1, 2, 3. God damn it. 1, 2, 3. Monsters are so strong. Alright. You can go here. Her. And then let's backstab them. Yeah, like that. Ugh. Holy shit. It's a lot of damage. Stop giving me confusion. Poison bomb. Hussa. Not work on the enemy. But yeah, that's basically the idea of the game. I was enjoying myself a little bit there, which means it's a good idea. It's kind of like a puzzle game. It's a lot of thinking necessary, but I think it is going pretty well. So we're gonna stop here for now. Thank you very much for watching. We'll stop here, and then tomorrow I think we're gonna do some drawing. I got some character ideas in mind. I want to draw some for my D&D session, and then we'll see how it goes. So thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me, listening to some lo-fi, programming some games. Stop here for now. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.